think the big news recently is the Tommy Fury and Jake Paul look set to fight on Feb 25th.
Yep.
Can you give us any update on that?
Yeah, we're nearly 99.75% there. You know, for my money, it's happening. You know, and we're in camp now. We've been in camp since before Christmas.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're ahead of schedule. We're right where we want to be. You know, and things are going really well. We're just looking to get it done now. Third time lucky in Saudi. You know, we're just looking to get there and put a spectacular fight on for the fans.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned third time lucky there. Obviously, it's been scheduled twice before.
Absolutely.
Are you optimistic that both parties will make it into the ring this time?
Well, they should do. You know, if they don't, it'll be a doom contest, won't it? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but I don't see why not. You know, both boys want to fight. You know, it's in a great venue, Saudi Arabia. You know, and it's what the fans want. They've been waiting a long time for it, and we're going to serve them up a great contest.
Yeah, and obviously you've said previously that you'll retire Tommy if he loses to Jake Paul. Does that remain true?
Absolutely. No shadow of a doubt. If he loses to Jake Paul, that's it. There's no more boxing.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm 100% confident Tommy is going to put on a spectacular knockout win over Jake Paul. You know, credit for Jake Paul to stepping up to the plate and fighting Tommy. It's a big ask for him. Knowing the opposition he's faced previously, Tommy's a lot different of opposition than anything he's faced before. So, you know, fair dues. You know, but is he going to win? Tommy, of course he is. It's a foregone conclusion in my eyes. But we're working hard. We're training hard. We're classing this as Tommy's fighting for the WBC Light Heavyweight Championship of the world. So we're not going to leave a stone unturned. We've got good world-class sparring coming in. We've been sparring good kids up to press. You know, he's working really well. I'm more than happy with what we're doing. And we just want to get out there, get it done. And on the 26th of February, Tommy's going to be a very, very famous young man, along with his brother, Tyson.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And then, so moving on to your other son, obviously Tyson seems like he's going to be fighting Usyk in April.
Yep.
It seems like the location is the last thing that they need to figure out. Ideally, where would you like it to be?
Wembley Stadium, home soil, because Tyson's the A side. He's a ticket seller. He's the crowd puller. So, you know, everything should be down to Tyson where the match is. But unfortunately, living in the world we're living in, things don't happen the way we want them to happen. But Tyson don't care where he fights Usyk. You know, but looking at Usyk getting out of a swimming pool the other day, he needs to do something a lot different physically to get in the ring with Tyson. You know,
yeah. Obviously,
I'll tell you what I can do. Looking at him getting out of the swimming pool the other day, I'll put the boxing gloves on Paris and let Paris box him because he's about the same size as Paris.
Yeah, because I know Tyson.
I think Paris has got a bigger pair of shoulders, to be fair. You know, so
I know Tyson said that Usyk's sort of not big enough, not strong enough to hurt him. Is that?
Well, you've got eyes. You've seen him get out of the swimming pool. He's there all over the internet. He done himself no favours at all getting out of a swimming pool with a body like that. You know, because he looked terrible. Well, he looked like he's not it for about 3 months. You know, so I don't know where his body's gone. But let me tell you, when they're out of so-called training, the body disappears.
Yeah.
And then you see them 3 or 4 months later with a transformation, you know, like they've had a head transplant to put on somebody else's body. But that's the world we live in at the moment. You know, you know, he goes from a rabbit to an oversized rabbit in about 3 months. And we know why and we know how, but that's another story. They can do as they want. Tyson's unbeatable in the heavyweight division. The Gypsy King has won all over the world, away from home. He's beat one Ukrainian dosser, he'll beat another. And, you know, they're going to be in a deep hole of sadness forever and a day when Tyson dethrones another Ukrainian. Not taking nothing away from Ukrainian people. I like the country. I've been there. I like the people. I'm just talking boxing. Usyk's probably a lovely guy. But I'm talking business and boxing. On a good big one, I'll always beat an extra small little one. You know what I'm saying?
And if Tyson does beat Usyk and becomes the undisputed champion, where do you think he ranks among the greatest heavyweights of all time?
He ranks among them now. He doesn't have to beat an overgrown rabbit to rank as the best he is. You know, to be honest with you, I see it as a mismatch. I see the Ukrainian rabbit that, you know, I've seen bigger sausages than him. So I don't see by beating Usyk makes Tyson a great. Tyson's a great already. He's beat Deontay Wilder, Vladimir Klitschko, all them other top runners. He's unbeaten in 33 fights, you know, and nobody's ever come close to beating him. You know, you'll get all these so-called people, what's not Tyson fans, jumping on everybody's bandwagon thinking they've got a chance. But I'm telling you now, there's nobody out there got a chance to beat Tyson. I've seen them all. He can beat them at half mass, especially when they're not heavyweights. You need to be a big, I tell you what you've got to be to give Tyson some competition. You've got to be 6'6" plus. You've got to be 20 stone of muscle with ability and power and an art as big as the body. Now, if you haven't got those things, don't mess with the Gypsy King because you'll get beat. I'm not saying the Ukrainian rabbit's got no art. He has got art at his weight. But how much heart has he got when you've got an express train in front of you that won't go away, what knows more about boxing than probably he does? Usyk's a good technician. He's a good little boxer. But Tyson's a good big boxer what can do everything better than he can. You know, and when it comes down to an up close and personal, it's a one-horse race. I seen enough when he fought Joshua last time to say that Usyk hasn't got a prayer against Tyson Fury. He's not got a prayer. You know, I thought Derek Chisora beat him or at least got a draw with him. And look what happened with Derek Chisora. Good God Almighty. He was
And I mean, someone who fits job, someone who fits the description that you mentioned there in terms of being 6'6" plus 20 stone of muscle is potentially Francis Ngannou, who's now left the UFC. He said that he wants a fight with Fury or Joshua. How do you see either of those fights going?
Well, let me explain like I did on an earlier interview. These UFC guys, the big, strong men who's used to getting kicked in the face by an 18, 19 stone fella, elbowed in the face. You know what I'm saying? So they can take pain. And they can also bring punches from awkward angles where conventional boxers are not prepared for. So they bring danger because they're that big, that strong, and they're used to pain, the threats. And he's a dinosaur. You know, he's a behemoth like Tyson and a dangerous one, you know, because they've felt the pain. They've been in the trenches. They've been on the floor getting elbowed in the face, forearm smashes in the face, kicked in the head, kicked in the body, legs kicked to pieces. So all of a sudden you face the man with just two hands with a pair of gloves on. You know, so they might look at that as a lot easier job. And in their mind, it will be an easier job. And it's hard work because them men bring punches up from stupid places you're not expecting to come from. And lo and behold, you get caught and you're knocked upside downwards. And a man like Francis Ngannou, if he clips you on anywhere in the temple or the chin area or up and down the body, you're going to feel it. And you'll probably get knocked out. You know, so I see them kind of men as dangerous anyway. They are dangerous. Sheer size, they love pain, they've had pain, they're used to pain, they're problems.
So yeah, but Tyson has enough for him.
Tyson wants competition. He wants action. Francis Ngannou's the man. And if they can get some on, it'd be very interesting. He's a bigger threat than Usyk. I'd rather him box Usyk than Ngannou. Because you know what you get him with Usyk? Conventional boxing, ping, 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 running around the ring, but no real danger. You know, with them other big guys, mate, it's a different ball game. They bring another force to that ring, a force of power. And what does power do? Destroy.